Let's talk about how I manifested a car without paying a cent. I recently told my client this story and I was like, I've never shared this before. I think this is a great manifestation story. In 2019, when I lived in Bali, when I came back for a visa run, my dad was like, you got to sell your car. It's just sitting here. So I sold that car, and then in 2020, I came back to Perth where I was living at the time, and I had no car. However, we were in the middle of a pandemic. I didn't really need it. We couldn't obviously really go out and socialize. And when we were able to go on walks, like I could walk to the walk or I could just catch a cheap, easy Uber. There's no reason for a long time for me to get a car until Perth started to open back up and we could start to socialize a lot more. I then thought, okay, I'm going to hire a car when I really, truly need it. If not, everything that I need is just a quick, cheap Uber away. So I started to hire a car when I really needed a car. And I remember making a decision that I was not going to move. I had a period of time where I was thinking about moving to Sydney. Anyway, I decided I'm not going to move to Sydney. So now I need to start, if I'm staying in Perth, I need to start prioritizing that. Maybe instead of hiring a car when I need it, why don't I start to save for a car, buy a car now that I'm going to be staying in Perth? I remember just putting out to the universe, okay, I want to manifest a car. I don't know what type of car, but I just want to manifest a car to get me from A to B when I really need to drive, because I wasn't doing a lot of driving anyway, and bring it to me, universe. I went out there and I let go and I just went along with my life. Now, a couple of months go by and I start seeing this guy who is, spoiler alert, my current boyfriend, and he works away 3 weeks out of a month, and he says to me, hey, why don't you just use my car instead of hiring a car? Just like, I'm gone 3 weeks out of the month, you have my car, you're staying at mine, the week that I'm home, I can just take you wherever, just use my car. And that is how I manifested a car, just because I needed one. It wasn't like my dream car, it's not something that it was like the most important thing on my vision board, but I just needed something to get from A to B on certain days. The takeaways here is, number one, the detachment. The detachment from, and I know we hear this all the time, but truly detach from what you want, because if you're constantly thinking, I need a car, I need a car, I need a car, I need a car, all the vibration is lack. And that's all you're going to be attracting. The biggest thing that this story has taught me is that the universe is always working in your favor. It is always going to bring things to you that you desire and that you need.